recording, I'm going to be Mr. Skidder. I'm going to help Ethan out, or Ethan, Richard, sorry buddy. Get all the names confused. Now we'll keep Shark real busy. We're going to be just slamming the loads here now.
Bring it on, bro. Bring it on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, keeping you busy, too. You guys are both going to be way too busy.
With that kind of pin, I can...
Nice grab there, Richard. Looks good. All these short trees.
Yeah, so I seen you put those huge trees also. Richard just brought one.
Yeah, there's a couple. I really brought it down by quite a bit on this one because I didn't want to bring a whole pile. But I think it's a good amount.
Yeah, in like 100 trees, just put one.
Yeah. I think on Legion there was a few too many in my opinion, but...
Yeah, I hate those.
But everybody was whining for big trees, and I'm like, all right, you want big trees? I'll give you big trees.
Never satisfy everybody at the same time.
Right.
I actually prefer, like I said, I prefer those curved trees to the huge trees.
Yeah, you like those ones, eh? I just don't like them because the physics don't line up. That was always my big concern that I didn't like about it. Ooh. There we go. Probably don't even need to lock this, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Skid off. Sorry, I tried to pile them in piles that were grabbable by these grapples, but sometimes they need 2 grows. I see there's a couple trees left behind there, Richard, but you can't get them all sometimes. It's all good.
Yeah, like piles of 5 should be fine.
Yeah, 5's usually a good number. I kind of went a little crazy on some of the piles there, but you don't have to take them all at once. You can just grab a bundle and go for a walk and then come back.
The other John Deere you had was 4 max.
4, yeah, it had a smaller dealio on there. Oh, that didn't drop quite where I wanted it. Here, hold on.
It's alright, I got it.
You got it? Oh, okay. Oh, there's that buncher right there. Oh, for some reason I thought I was further away from my buncher, but I see it right there. It's okay. Well, I'm just going to kind of slowly back cut this up. We'll slam the landing with a pile of wood first, and then we'll come back up there and battle it through. Fight the power. I don't have too many trees down. There's actually not that bad, so it should be doable. I'm happy with this grapple skidder, though. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Better than the last one, anyway, that's for sure. That last one had some serious problems.
I enjoyed the last one. The John Deere you talking about?
Just the moonwalk issue was just the biggest problem. But for some reason, I'm not having it on this one. I thought it would come back again, to be honest, but it's not, so I'm happy.
So what did you do differently?
Nothing. No, I just built this one right from scratch. Instead, the other one I had kind of parted Frankenstein together with other mods. This one I started right from the ground up and rebuilt it. And there's probably just a collision or something that was corrupted. I don't know. Who knows?
What's the reason why it's not a John Deere?
This one? Well, the model's actually a cat, but I have a John Deere I'm working on too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know what the plan is just yet. We will see.
They look exactly.
Okay, I want to try something before I. Yeah, this is what I want to do. I made it so you can turn the grapple on this one strictly so that I could do what I'm doing right now, where you can kind of back up and turn it, and then I can drop it right in your face. Yeah, that's what I like.
Like a boss.
Right? That's how you're supposed to skid right there.
But the grapple, you can only rotate it one way, right? Or
No, it goes both ways. It's a 360, just like those heads. You can do it forever in any direction. It's your call.
So I can rotate it to the left.
Yeah,
or to
but
the
there
right?
is a delay. So if you hold it down, it takes a minute to kick on. Same thing if you go the other way, it takes even longer to kick on. So it's got to have that little bit of wiggle room so that when I'm driving, it doesn't just stay locked solid. It has to be able to move side to side when you're driving through trees and stuff, so it doesn't get all bungled up. What pile you on there, Richard? We don't have too many left over here, I don't think. Let's see here. Just the one. I'll leave that for you. I'm just gonna get right back to bunching here. Cause we caught up there pretty quick. That looks pretty cool. Nothing I like more. All right, here we go. Back to Bunchertown. Population us. So how do you guys think we should do the greenhorn thing? What do you guys think? How are we going to qualify people and test them? I guess we'll have to have like a game and just invite people in. That's kind of how it'll have to go.
That's what I was thinking, and well, it's got to go with your schedule. That's the main issue is your schedule.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
It doesn't necessarily have to be FDR. Maybe you can like create a crew, like during the week when we have time, we kind of like come up with a time and
The problem, like the biggest problem I have, and Delta actually tried that because he has his own dedicated server at his house, and he hosted it, and it was like the public FDR server, anyone can come in and play. But the problem was nobody would play unless I was there, which is, and I get it, like you want to be recorded, you want to be part of the thing, but it was really hard. That's why I created all these random public servers and just let people go at it. Because now all these little groups are popping up, like the redneck logging thing, and then the other little teams that are playing. But if I'm the only contributor that's showing up, and that's the only reason people play, that kind of ruins the whole purpose of having a community logging group, right?
Well, I got an idea, man. There's this app, Voice Changer, man. I just can
just sneak in. Yeah.
Man, I'll act like I'm a FDR.
Perfect. That sounds good. Let's do it.
They'll recognize by the skills that I'm.
Perfect. We'll trick them. That's the way to do it. Trick the people.
Get the app, man. Voice Changer. There we go.
Can't tell if you're tricked. I like it. But I think.
But I mean, no. I think if they want to be, obviously you let them know that this is a kind of an interview. To say.
Yeah. Totally. The main thing I want, the main reason for the greenhorn part is I want to filter out people I don't want in the logging crew. If I can find people that I like, I don't really care about their loading quality, their video, like their gaming abilities. It's just nice to have people who get along together, right? So if I can find good people.
Hendrix back or Hendrix or whatever their name was.
Hendrix, who's that one? Oh, is that the guy that, he messed up our server, that dude, right?
He wasn't here for long.
No, but that's what I'm trying to get rid of. Like, I don't want those people. I don't want us to be having a great time in a game and then have somebody come in and ruin it. Like, that's the biggest thing that has always gotten rid of my players on any of my multiplayer stuff that I've set up since 15, is just people griefing or early on it was mostly drama, people just fighting and disagreeing with each other, and I'm like, God, just get over it. It's a frickin' game. Who cares where the loaders park? Yeah.
People take this game so serious.
Well, everybody's all mad at each other. That was the biggest problem I had. Like, and you can catch it if you ever go back and watch my FS50. God knows why you ever would, but if you go back and watch the Farming Simulator 2015 Logging Crew series stuff, man, I had some funny moments, and I recorded it and I just left it because I didn't care. But we booted people out. We banned people. We gave people shit. It was terrible. But it's not fun then. It's a job. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, come on. I don't want to make it a chore. I want to come here to hang out with people who are fun and have a fun time and do some logging and just get along. That's
consider us fun. That's the purpose.
Well, not you. Just Shark and Richard. Richard doesn't say a lot, but it's good. Yeah.
That's why Richard is the best one.
Yeah, if all of you could just go push to talk for life and just never push to talk, that'd be great. Thanks. No.
What's the objective with the greenhorn?
The objective with the greenhorn.
Are you looking for like more people in the logging?
Yes, I am. Okay. I'm looking for more quality people, though, not just any people. That's the purpose. It's a filtration system, basically, is what it's going to be. And if they don't make the cut to the logging crew, I want those guys to meet each other in that crew, so maybe they can play together and be happy. Like, that's the other thing. I feel like there's a lot of guys out there that play, but they don't feel like they can find a group very easily. So I want to open it up so people can.
Yeah, it's not easy to find.
right? So what I'm thinking about doing, and I mean, cost is nothing really, but I want to host maybe 1 or 2 dedicated servers from one of those sites like Fragnet or whatever they are. Oops, oh my god. And then just host those as the public servers for people to play on, and then we can have game nights where, you know, we can all play together, and I can listen to people and see how they get along. I may even do the undercover logger thing again, where I, you know, just sneak in there a little bit and just listen.
But how many people would you like to have, like, on your logging crew?
Well, like, I mean, honestly, when we're playing, I don't really want more than 10 people in here at once. But the problem is everybody's schedule is so different. I mean, tonight, maybe 10 people would have been available. Maybe they wouldn't have been. But the more people we have, then the more opportunity we have to play, right? I don't know. It's a really hard call for me to try to pick a better way to do it. And then what I might do, like if we had bigger teams, we would have rosters where I could, you know, say who's available this night, and okay, that's these guys are going to be allowed to come play. That'll be this night.
Yeah, you would have no choice if the logging crew would come.
Yeah, because the game just can't take it. Like if I could invite 100 people in here to log right now, that'd be so much fun if the game could handle that, but it can't. Because then I could, you know, have a lot more fun with managing and having challenges and logging crew fights and da-da-da, you know, like have a really good time. That's the biggest problem to challenges and trying to do stuff is this game just is so horribly optimized for multiplayer that there's no fair way to do anything really in this. And it's hard to make that a thing. But we'll see. I don't know. My life is becoming incessantly less busy over the next little bit here, so I'll have some time to really work on stuff, which is nice. I think I'll be down to just one job and this if everything goes right here.
Well, hopefully it just comes down to just this.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. I don't think we'll ever get quite that far, but you never know. You never know.
No, man. I think you're heading the right way, man.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest problem for me is, like, we're not a real punch-out type of market here. Like, sure, this stuff's fun, but the multiplayer is not super great. So it's hard for me to really punch out and create a really decent community. Just because it's really hard to keep track of players and try to, you know, the biggest draw to get popularity on this kind of stuff is to promote a community that's something people want to get involved in, right? To be able to promote a community like that is very hard when the game can only handle a little bit of what we're actually doing, like logging. See, like right now, the way we're playing, like this is totally working out. It's fine. But, you know, like we just said, if you add, you know, 10 more players to this game that we're in right now, it's going to be pretty screwy, right? So it's really hard to say, hey, everyone's invited, come join, we want you, come play with us, but we have to cut you into little tiny groups and try to spread it all out over multiple servers. You know, like that's where it becomes tricky for me. Because then people are like, well, why did he get to play with FDR? And why is he on that team? I hate this guy. And then it becomes like a whole new ball of wax.
Everybody complains. And...
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's the main reason I haven't done it. Because, like, there is a big favoritism thing. And I don't like it. Like, I don't like the whole, like, oh, well, only I can play with FDR. Because that used to be the big thing in FS17 was when I was trying to do hosted servers is... I split it. I did split it a bit by saying, okay, well, tonight these people can play here. Tomorrow night, that's here. And then people would be like, well, he got to play... Yeah, I did a little bit of it, but then I shut it down because it was getting really ugly. But yeah, people were like, well, I got to play with FDR last night, and he didn't, and I was like, God, who cares? Just play the game, have fun. It's about logging. It's not about playing with me.
It was always the same group of people you had.
Yeah. The bad ones, in my opinion, are gone because I've identified who they are. And they've even come back, some of them, onto this server, and they're not here anymore, so I'm not too worried about that. But, yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be,
it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy to find the perfect. I mean, you can't satisfy everybody at the same time. It's just impossible to do.
Totally. And then the other side that's hard is I got to be able to manage those servers too. You know, like if they start glitching out, somebody's got to go in and reset them. Somebody's got to maintain them, update the mods in them, and make sure everything's working, and you know, like that kind of stuff.
Well, that's when you got the moderators.
There's Sharky a job.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys want to do it, I'm absolutely more than happy to let you have admin on it and give her. But I know it becomes very taxing on people, and I know people would give up very quickly if they had to manage stupid people sometimes.
Too much to handle.
Yeah,
But,
totally.
sure, man, whatever I told you, like whatever you need.
Yeah, I mean, and if you feel
I
like
would offer my help, but I can't deal with stupid easily. So
yeah, so you're not the guy for the job, but that's okay. Yeah.
I would end up saying something,
And it's not all bad. Like, I don't want to sell it in a light that's like everybody's terrible, because they're not. There's just so many really good guys that want to play. And I've played with lots of good guys that are just like, man, I just can't handle the drama here. It's just stupid. And I'm like, oh, that sucks, dude. So I try to ward out the drama. The biggest problem that always comes up all the time, every single time I play these servers, everybody gets in, everybody's having a great time, everybody's having fun, and then somebody will start talking about politics or their opinion on something that's very controversial, and then everyone gets all and butthurt and fights.
So basically, someone like me.
Yeah, just like, I don't know, you haven't done anything to me yet, but maybe somebody like you, I don't know. But like,
I
I'll
joke
have
around about stuff that is serious and I shouldn't.
Well, whatever. I mean, like, the point is we should all be able, regardless of our opinions, I don't care if you're a conservative or a tree hugger or hippie, it doesn't matter. We're all here to play our game, have fun, who cares, right? But the last time I did a really big multiplayer thing, I had the argument was people who were voting for Trump versus people who were voting for whoever the hell the other candidate was at the time. And me, I'm Canadian. I understand a lot of people hate Trump. I understand a lot of people hate the Democrat side. Totally fine. Don't care. I have the same opinions on my end, but I don't care. But these two guys, these particular guys who no longer are part of any of this, literally started just screaming swear words at each other. Like, calling each other stuff that I was just like, okay, I got to cut you guys out. So I had to like.
Definitely great for the video.
That was last week.
No. This was like a long time ago, like 2017 time. Back when that game. That was right when he first became, or right at, I guess it would have been at the end of 2017 or whatever. It was when Trump was first coming into power or whatever. And this one guy was super.
That was 16, man.
What's that?
That was back in 2016.
Or yeah, whenever it was. It was right around that time when I was hosting, and I was just like, I had to go out of the Discord and actually remove both guys from the chat because everybody just went quiet while these two were just like going at it. And I'm like, if you guys can't just shut up. And then they both came to me, and they're both like, well, I'm not playing in that server if he's playing in that server. And then the other guy's like, well, I'm not going to play in that server if he's going to be in that server. So you better. And they told me, well, Jordan, you're going to have to pick one of us. You have to choose. And I'm like, I'm not going to pick. Like, come on, man. I was like, either you guys can get along or you don't get along. I really don't care. It's your choice if you want to be here.
That's so stupid. It's funny.
I know, and that's how I thought. But a lot of people didn't feel the same way. So
I just don't understand why people can be so stubborn and have their.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody does. Like, I have my own opinions about politics as well. Like, I have my own thoughts and what I want and what I don't want. But I also know when I'm in a room full of people with multiple opinions, I'm not going to fight with them. I'm just going to go, oh, that's your opinion. You know, it's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Because
totally.
It's never. You can tell when the guy's got his opinion. He's never.
Oh,
stop.
yeah.
So what's the point of control?
Yeah, you're not going to win anything by arguing him out of it. Like.
Well, when people join in, they got to realize that, you know, like, we ask about each other's opinions and we talk about stuff, but we don't argue.
Don't take it personally. Yeah, and don't check out because somebody else is, oh, he's a Republican, or he's a conservative, or he's a Democrat, or who cares?
Just like you said before, you like Trump, I like Trump. You know.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you guys like your political leaders. You don't like your political leaders. There's tons of things I like about leaders, and there's tons of things I hate about leaders. But I'm not going to be like, oh, Hillbilly, I'm not talking to you anymore because you don't like the person I voted for. Like, you are clearly just an idiot. Like, who does that? Stubborn people, ignorant people do that.
Exactly.
Democrats.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I consider myself a very stubborn and opinionated human being, but I've learned to keep it, on the down low until I'm in a crowd of people who also support that type of theory, and then I'll, join them in the support of that theory. But when I'm with a mixed crowd of people, I'm not trying to, like, push it on them. I'm not like, oh, you're you're just a lefty. Oh, you're just a conservative. Yeah, you're dumb because that's just your dumb opinion. Like what kind of crap does that get you? That's not going to make anything better.
There's just no end to it, and there's
right?
no point. That's why I'm always like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm just like, yeah, it sounds good. It might not be something I like, but I'm like, well, that's, I like to hear other people's views. That's my thing. I will agree to everything to listen to it because I do like to hear what other people have to say. It's fun. Like, maybe I'll learn something about something I never knew. That's, like, more people need to learn how to just shut up and listen. Because you do end up learning quite a bit from other people. Instead of just saying, no, you're an idiot. Obviously, you don't support what I support, so nothing can be shared here. You're an idiot.
Well, another problem you're going to have is everyone wants to be famous.
Oh, yeah, that's another problem. I also have that. There's a few people that are trying to get on the logging crew right now that did that in the past that will guarantee they're not getting on the logging crew. And that's the other concern I have. Even opening up something like...
they were using you to get their name?
A little bit of that, but I guess you call them show stealers kind of attitude. Like, when I'm playing this stuff, like, people are going to be watching this video and listening to this video, but when I'm playing this stuff, I'm not here to be like, FDR Logging, it's the best thing in the world, come on down, get it now, everything else sucks. Like that, I'm just here to play. That's the only reason I actually really enjoy the logging crew, is because we just log, man. That's the joy of it. But we get lots of people, at least in 2017, we had lots of people who came onto the server, and all they did was just talk about them, and then when someone else started talking, they would cut them off and be like, no, and then I did this, and then I did that, and then it was all me, and then I did this, and then I put it on my YouTube channel, and blah, blah, blah. And it's fine to self-brag a little bit to show off your achievements, which I'm all for, but when you're wrecking the whole fun for everyone and you're just being a little...
when you take too much space.
Yeah, totally, right? Yeah. Everybody's got to have a little cutout. That's why sometimes I talk on these a lot, and sometimes I just don't say a lot because I like to listen to other people. I talk too damn much.
Share the game.
Ain't that the truth?
Right? Super honesty time. But yeah, it's true, though. It's nice to get a break from being the one talking all the time. And then I hear your guys' opinions, and I like to hear that because it gets boring. I know what my opinion is, but... you guys have stories and things to tell too, and that's totally fun. I like that. But yeah, some guys like you said, people who wanted to be famous, the whole time they want to be like, oh, FDR, guess what I did? 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 But like, no, there's not even enough time in between for me to like answer what it was, and it's like, oh man, I get that you're really happy to be here, but you're wrecking it. And then people just start bailing on the server because they're like, dude, I hate this dude, he's driving me nuts, I'm leaving. And you're like, oh.
Well, that's just like me. I'm on YouTube so much. Every time I'm on the side of the road working a wreck, everyone that drives by is taking pictures and videos.
Oh, of course. That's just...
I mean, literally. Like, we literally have it all go a joke with the deputies. Smile and wave.
Yeah,
just
right.
Start smiling, waving. Because everybody's videoing.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Everybody's got a camera. Everybody wants to be the first one to report the news, the gossip, the spread, the whatever. Yeah. So that's why I really do cherish when I find a logging crew who can just be basic, normal human beings and just log and have fun like that. It really is hard to find. That's why I'm actually really happy this time around in 2019. I mean, I picked out a lot of people specifically that I talked to, and I removed a lot of people that I specifically didn't want to kind of poison the group, so to speak. But you gotta protect that. That's why I'm always scared about introducing new people, because it's, if I bring in 10 new people tomorrow, maybe they're going to want to battle with everybody, or maybe, one person doesn't like them and then we lose 3 people because 3 other people like that person more than the new person, It's the ultimate test of social interaction. It's kind of fun to play with.
But yeah, I think you have a very good logging crew team.
Yeah.
Like, from what I know, I don't see behind the scenes, but I mean, from what I see is that everybody gets along.
Yeah, here, like I said, this is the first one. I mean, we've had a couple wacky guys that I had to clean out there, but This is the first one I would say that's been this smooth for this long.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure there's people in the group that dislike other people. Maybe there's people who don't like each other as much as they let on, but that's perfect.
As long as they keep it respectful in the game.
That's all I ask. If you don't like somebody, totally fine. If they're annoying you, let me know so we can work on it. But like, as long as nobody's calling each other out or you're pretending to get along long enough to play the game and have fun and you're not annoying each other, then just do it. It's like coworkers at that point, you know? Like,
okay, so I should start this. Jordan, I don't like Sharky. He's
Yeah.
being mean to me.
Yeah, Jordan, you're gonna
don't
have to
even
say,
joke
you know,
because that's what's going to happen.
Jordan,
That stuff will
Pick
come
one
eventually as we get more
We're gonna have to
members, I'm
pick one
sure.
of us.
Yeah, that stuff happens more often than not. But people put me in an awkward position then because they come to me and they send me a message and they're like, "Hey, this guy, I don't like that guy. He annoys the hell out of me while I'm playing." And it's like, "Okay, you know, can you talk to him? Can you work it out? What do you think we should do here?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I mean, either get rid of him or I'm leaving." And I'm like, "Well, either you tolerate him or you can go." That's kind of what I come to. And it sucks because some of the people that do that are good guys, like, are close friends or people that I've met and I think that are great people. But if they can't get along, I'm not going to just kick everybody out because they don't like them. Like, if they haven't hurt anybody else, they just happen to don't like that person. Like, that's not fair to just boot somebody out because, oh, one of the crew members just decided he doesn't like you because of your opinion or something you said. Like, you know, you got to grow up and be an adult eventually. Tolerate.
You're gonna have to build on your Discord what do you call it? Counseling.
Yeah. A HR team or something. Yeah.
Or a Dr. Phil department.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And then you got Jordan just listening. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So now I've heard both
so
of
how
your
you
concerns.
feel-
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about logging with Sharky?
Right. Jeez, look at this. We mowed this chunk out. This is beautiful.
I'm half tempted to put a high stacker at the landing.
Probably could at this point. No, don't do that.
No, like seriously.
You'll be
Is it
sad
better-
loading,
I
trust me.
have to do
Those
it.
logs?
What's that?
I was asking Billy, Ethan, is it better with the high stacker when it comes to
Oh,
logs?
I don't think so. You could try. I don't think you'll have a good time with that, but
I don't know. Can I try it?
you could try it. Yeah, shit. I'm always game to try new stuff.
I'm gonna buy one then.
Oh, I think I'm going to
Try
leave a
it.
tree behind here.
Man, Richard's a pro with that freaking.
Yeah, he's good with that grapple skidder, eh?
Like every 2 seconds, he's coming up with a load.
I mean, we're pretty close now, too. Not to crap on his skill level, but we're like a foot away from you now. But he is probably one of the best skittermen I've had for a long time. Nobody really ever really wants to do just skidding, though. That's the.
Oh, I can't do.
I like
Actually,
skidding.
I like
think
it.
it's
Yeah,
fun.
I really do like it. Oops, sorry.
Plus, when it's laggy, it don't eat you a lot.
Sorry, I'm just gonna throw this in here if that's cool,
Yeah.
and then I'll get out of here. I can't really see. Hopefully that's close. Oops. Hey, look.
Oh yeah, nice.
I ran right into that. Why is that even here? Because I parked it there. That's why I did that. Let's go over here.
Okay, I have a complaint about the high stacker needs to go faster than 8 freaking miles
You know,
an
it's
hour.
it's funny because I was actually looking at that. I was thinking about that when I was driving it over. I'm like, man, this thing's actually slow.
pitiful, absolutely pitiful.
The worst of the worst.
I think we just need to make everything do 100, exactly 100 miles per
I did
hour.
that one time as a joke on the Medill. That was a pretty funny experience.
Ethan, you know there's a low bid, right?
That's boring though.
I've never actually tried to put that thing on a low bed. I wonder how that works. I always leave it at the mill.
Keep it realistic, Ethan.
Yeah,
This is realistic.
It's real-ish.
People are practicing
It's stick-ish.
on the road all the time.
realistic-ish.
Man, you guys. Nice.
Realistic-ish.
Here at FDR Logging, we strive for realism.
Yeah, sure, something like that.
Like the very first of the video, just like an intro.
All right.
Realism is our #1 priority.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but hey, I'll take it.
Like
Why does that?
rolling skidders,
Yeah.
flipping log trucks,
The norm, just the norm stuff, you know.
setting loaders down on people's heads. This is just a few. of the
Just all
items
safe
that
stuff to do.
Oh yeah, very safe. Safety first.
I'm trying to push these up here and see how this goes. that kind of
Okay,
work?
now, guys, remember,
Not really. Maybe a
don't
little
forget
bit.
to put your hard hat and your safety vest on.
Safety first. Geez, we're almost done here. Holy. So what happens when you get logging, hey? I'm going to bring one more skid and then we'll call that the end. We're going to do a picture in front of a skidder this time because these actually look pretty good in this light.
Gummit, you're going to end it. I'm just now getting a high stack.
It's all right. I'll have an adventure for next time. Depending on how it goes, I might be working weekends here for a bit. I think this weekend for sure. Might be next weekend as well. After talking to my awesome boss today. So if that is the case, I might do more weekday stuff. Thursdays are honestly the best day for me that I know I'm off. But
I told you many times, man. Weekdays, I'm always.
weekdays are your day, hey? Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
That might work out better for you then. I don't know about the other guys, but we'll figure that out. And then if I get weekends where I know we're free to go, then I'll do it. But way easier to deliver these logs with a grapple skidder than with that stupid line skidder. Holy.
Really, I'm gonna have to start practicing.
Yeah, it's just because you can turn the head when you're backing up, that makes a huge difference. 'Cause then you can really line it up. Well, you've probably been watching Richard.
Yeah, man, he's a pro.
Just makes it way easier. All right, I'm going to end it here. We'll do a picture off this